With the release of any new gacha game comes the most important question. How does the gacha system work? How good is the gacha system? And I will be explaining every aspect of Arknights Enfield's gacha system today. So, when you first... Wow, this music's kind of loud, hang on. When you first start an account, you will have 3 banners available to you. There will be the limited banner, the standard banner, and the New Horizons banner, which is basically the beginner banner that you'll get in any other gacha game. You need to do 40 pulls on this banner to get a standard 6-star operator. You can get these pulls literally just by doing the story. I kid you not, it's like 4 hours worth of story, not even if you're quick. Depends if you skip or not. I actually enjoyed the story quite a bit to this point. But you will get a 10 pull for each of these missions you complete, and on the 4th one, you will get a 6-star operator. So we're actually going to spend our last beginner 10 pull here to show you how that works, because there is a little extra bonus when you do your last one as well. So we're going to spend it. Here's the gacha animation. And when it's a 6-star, it'll have that rainbow effect that goes off around the thing coming in. You also see it here as well. But let's find out who our first 6-star is. I'm going to skip past all these 4 stars. Oh, and another Perlica. We'll take that. Woohoo! And an Arknight. Let's go. That's actually big. I've wanted her. We are waiting to see who our 6-star is. There we go. Alright, I mean that's not the one I wanted, but that's okay. I'm happy with anything. You will notice that we got 2,000 of this currency up here. I'll explain what these are in a little bit as well, because that is one of many currencies you will need to be worrying about with the gacha system. Not worrying about, but keeping mind of. So, this is what our final pull screen is. We got 2 new characters, which is great. Boom. But, as I said before, there's something else with this beginner banner. Once you complete this, you can claim a free 6-star weapon. New Horizons weapon supply. You can pick any of these 5 weapons to take for free. I am not going to select mine yet because I don't know what I want yet. But it goes into your valuables. You can select it at a later time to pick what 6-star weapon you would like for free after completing the beginner banner, which is a nice little bonus. Now let's talk about the one that everyone's curious about. The limited banner. I've heard many mixed opinions about this banner. I personally don't dislike how it works, but I can understand why some people might. So, how this works, it is 80 pulls to get a guaranteed 6-star operator. Okay. So 65 is the soft pity when that starts, so you're likely not going to hit 80 very often, but takes a maximum of 80. Now, you're probably going to notice that it says once only, 120 attempts to guarantee. Well, 80 plus 80 equals 160, so why does it say 120? Have you done pulls already, Chino? No, I actually haven't pulled on this banner at all. So with every new limited banner that comes in Arknights Endfield, there is a 120 guarantee to get the on-banner 6-star operator. So, oh great, you don't have to go to 80 twice to get the 6-star operator. It's only 120. That's where a bit of the controversy comes in, because let's say I do my first 10 pull on this banner and I get a 6-star and I lose to Ember, let's say. Well, the 120 guarantee is now a 110 guarantee. Just because I got a 6-star early doesn't mean it brings the guarantee down. You would have to spend another 110 pulls still to get the limited 6-star operator. The pity system is separate from this guarantee system. If I did another 80 pulls, I could get another Ember before I see the on-banner unit, because I have to hit this number to get the guarantee, and it's a 50-50. Pity, your pity system, you know, that goes to 80, carries between banners, but this guarantee does not. So that's kind of where the controversy is with this banner, is because if you are not starting a banner with 120 pulls, if you cannot guarantee yourself this number, you might not get the banner, you might be wasting this guarantee, and then you go into the next banner, you might have the pity, but you're going to be 120 pulls away from the guarantee again. So it's something to keep in mind. That's the first thing with this banner. There's a few things to note with this banner as well, is that even after the limited 6-star banner ends, they can remain in the pull on the subsequent 6-star banners. And it looks like for this current unit, it's only going to be for the next 3. But if you scroll up and look at Gilberta and Yvonne's, it's actually for the next 4 and 5. So I'm not entirely sure how this system will stretch out. as the game continues and we get more limited 6-star characters, but for now, it looks like it is going to be maybe a maximum of 5 banners. I don't know, it's weird how this works in my opinion, but whatever the case, you have the ability to lose 2 limited characters still, even if you do lose your 50-50, which I think is kind of nice. You know, then let's say I'd wanted both Yvonne and Gilberta, and I pull on Yvonne's banner and I lose to Gilberta. Well, great, now I don't have to pull on Gilberta's banner. I mean, that's pretty good. There's a 0.8% chance to get a limited 6-star operator. It's the same percent chance that you have in Wuwa, while HSR and Genshin have a 0.6%. And I don't know off the top of my head what ZZZ is, but I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments or something. Whatever the case, it's pretty standard gacha rate. But yes, the obvious talking point here is the 120 that you must reach to get the limited character you are looking for. So whether or not the system will change, I am unsure, but it hasn't changed since the last beta for this, so I don't think so. I think their way of kind of alleviating some of the pain of the system was by including other limited characters you can lose to, but that looks like the biggest change they've made to this gacha system. And you're probably eyeballing all the different types of currency at the top here and wondering what the heck is all of this, because holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. Does all of that equal pulls? Yes, it does. So first and foremost, this is your limited currency equivalent, you know, your primo gems, your astrite, whatever you want to call it. That's this equivalent in this game. It takes 500 of these to do a single pull and 5,000 to do a 10 pull on a limited banner, or on the standard banner as well, but I really wouldn't recommend doing that. This is something you can convert into this limited currency. So if I were to go over here and hit this plus button, I could convert this into 1,875 of the limited currency, and it shows me that number here as well if I wanted to convert these. I don't know if there's another use for these yet. Not that I know of, but there might be. I haven't played enough to know that, but just know that you can convert these into limited currency, so that's a way to get more of that. Then you have 3 different types of tickets over here. So these gold ones are your premium passes. These can be used on any banner. So if you want to save these between banners, you are more than welcome to. This is your premium way of spending tickets and getting 6 stars. And there are 2 more types of tickets. So these 2 are both specifically catered to whatever banner is currently running. So Firewalker's Trail, that is the current one. So you can only spend these during this banner's duration. So as you see, 13 days, 22 hours left, 13 days left here. You have to use these on this banner. So just keep that in mind. You can get these from the shop. There might be other ways to get these as well, maybe events, but if you get this ticket, you have to spend on this banner. So if you ever see these, spend them, because otherwise they're just going to expire and they're going to go to waste. And it shows the acquisitions over here, actually. Bundles and bond quota exchange. Yeah, this is the store that I mentioned. So you can spend these to get more of them. Wabam. And now with all that currency out of the way, I will quickly move over to the standard. Actually, you know what? We'll do a 10 pull here for entertainment's sake. See if we get lucky. Oh, wow, we actually did. What the heck? Okay. Well, maybe we will see that 110 situation that I mentioned. I think if you hit the skip button, it'll just go to the new character. Yeah, well, okay, cool.
Haven't we met already?
Okay, wait, we won. What the heck?
You'll remember me by this sword and flank.
Well, that's awesome. And as you can see, if you get a 6-star, you're not guaranteed a 5-star in the same 10 pull. So it's like Wuwa's where you can get one or the other. But boom, we get more of this currency as well, which I will be talking about here soon. And that guarantee goes away when you get the limited character as well. So that's also something to keep in mind. Moving on to the standard banner, it's very similar to the limited banner in the way that the rates work. So 80 pulls to guarantee yourself a 6-star, 65 for soft pity. The number is lower because I've gotten some free 10 pulls for this banner, so I've been spending them. And then I had a single pull that I spent as well. Yeah, any of these 5 characters, same as the beginner banner. And there's also a selector banner that you can do after you do enough pulls on the standard banner. So I would just wait until you get enough of the standard pulls for free to select one of these, because there is no reason to spend your limited currency on a standard banner for a character that you can lose to anyways. Man, I really want Last Right. Whew. Okay. Anyways, what I've wanted to talk about the most... Oh, and I should mention that the passes for the standard banner look like this. They're the blue ones. The Arsenal Exchange. because as you can see, there is no weapon banner over here, but there are limited weapons in the game. Arsenal exchange. The currency that we get from pulling, we can use to pull on the weapon banner, or you can use it to exchange for 6-star weapons. These are the ones that the standard characters use. You can use it on this one, which is Grand Vision. No idea who this is for. I probably should have looked, but it is what it is. Whatever the case, you can buy weapons that you want here, or you can pull on the weapon banner. And the fact that you can use your limited pulls to get weapon banner currency, I like that a lot, actually. It makes me a lot happier about the 120 system, because I don't have to worry about managing my pulls between a weapon banner and a limited banner. Okay, I get the weapon banner pulls from pulling. And as you can see, we already have a lot just from those couple pulls we did. All right, I have not pulled much in this game. I did the beginner banner, 21 standard pulls, and I did that 10 pull on the limited banner. And we already have this much. And I already did, or no, I don't think I did a pull with these yet. I don't think I have. Okay, whatever. Whatever the case. I'll show you what it looks like. And I'll explain the banner after this because I want to get that out of the way. So I've never done this before. So we're going to skip these. Okay, so we just did our 10 pull there. And now it's 7 more. So anytime you do a 10 pull here, it takes 1 away from the issue. So 1 10 pull is 1 issue. You do 4 issues, you get a 6-star weapon. It's a 25% chance to get this one, and then all of these are a 12.5% chance. Yeah, that's how that math works. And then if you do 8 total, you can get the limited weapon. So we're going to keep doing these because we have a decent amount of them. And I should mention, it is a 4% chance to hit a 6-star weapon as well, which is a very high base chance, honestly. I'm going to see a lot of new weapons because I just haven't pulled for weapons in this game. Yeah. Maybe another one of these. I'm going to skip. And we actually did hit a 6-star. So we did lose here. And that was on our 3rd 10 pull. But we still have to do 5 more to hit this 6-star. So we could actually get another 6-star before we hit this. It's similar to the other banner. So as you continue to pull on the limited banners or any banners, you will get this currency, and you can convert that into weapon pulls to try and get a weapon for the operator that you want. Something to keep in mind with this system is that, similar to the limited banner, it's that the 8-issue guarantee or progress towards it does not carry over between banners. So your pity will, but this doesn't. So in a similar case to the limited banner, you may want to plan your weapon pulls wisely so that you can have enough to get your weapon guaranteed. Because if you don't, then you're going to lose that progress. A lot of this pulling in this game seems like you're going to have to be planning well and making sure that you're spending wisely so that you don't lose out on these opportunities. Us spending there could have been a mistake. So we're going to have to try really hard to get enough to get the weapon within 13 days, because I'm not sure how this looks after it goes away. I don't think it's like the character banner where this will stay in the pool. I think it just goes away and gets replaced by the next character's weapon. So that's something to keep in mind, is that you want to plan your pulls accordingly. In terms of how currency has looked so far in this game, you get 200 for your dailies. So it's 500 for a pull. So 3 days, you'll have enough for a pull and then 100 extra. It's very similar to the same setup that Wuwa HSR and Genshin have, where you get 60 from your dailies, but it's 160 for a pull. So after 3 days, you'll have enough for a pull and then 20 left over. It's the same math, it's just extended because everything costs more in this game, but you get more from stuff, so it's compensated in that regard. I actually like this math better because it's way easier. It's a nice even number. In terms of how much currency the game gives overall, I'll have to wait and see. I've not played enough to know if it is enough compensation to justify such a high guarantee. But I think with the way that everything is set up and how the weapon banner works and how it's 120 instead of 160, I don't think it's too bad. I don't dislike the system, like I said before. I think it's interesting. I think it's new. At least new to what I've played. I think I've seen people say it's similar to how Tower Fantasy system works, but I quit that game like the first week I played, so I wouldn't know. But I like it. I don't hate it. And I'm looking forward to trying it out some more. I'll have to wait until the next banner starts because I am not going to be spending more on this banner And we already got the 6-star. So, I mean, good for us. We're going to have to be working towards the weapon, though. So we're going to have to use the standard pulls we get for free to try and get that. Because there is an event right now going where you level up. This one, you get a 10 pull for 4 times up to level 30. I'm level 13 right now, so almost to our next one. Hopefully we'll get enough to get the weapon that way. And if we don't, then it is what it is. It's beta. I don't mind too much. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I guess that's actually an interesting predicament that puts me in and other people might face as well, is that you might get really lucky on this banner and then not have enough pulls to bring to this one to get the weapon that you want. So then, I mean, how do we get more of this currency besides headhunting? I guess you can buy it. So that's really interesting, actually, because I don't think you can convert. Yeah, you can't convert premium currency into these. You can get it from the customized pass, but that costs money as well. So I don't know. That might be something I fill out in a survey, is that maybe just let people convert their currency into weapon pulls, because yeah, it's not something I thought of before, is that if you just get the character you want and you don't have any pulls for the weapon banner, you're kind of screwed. That's interesting. Anyways, that is how the gacha system in Arknights Endfield works. I've been enjoying this game quite a bit. I did post a story video the other day. It completely flopped, so I will not be doing any more story content on this game. Instead, I'll be covering things like the combat systems, the gacha systems, other things in the game. Maybe once I get all the operators eventually, I'll show all the ult animations, because I do like the animations of this game a lot. The graphics are very, very pretty. I've been loving this game. So anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next Arknights Endfield video, or whatever the next video may be. Thank you for watching. Take care.